Welcome, acolytes. Today I'm reacting to a woman charged for peeing on your groceries for years. From Optimus. Now, thank you for Agent of Social Media Chaos for sharing me this video. And by the way, Optimus, you can actually just give him a sub. Like his videos, because by now this man just cannot do wrong. And he actually does really good stuff. So, if you can, watch his other stuff after this. And let's just start and see what he has to say about this one.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about another one of these so-called content creators who decide that the grocery store is an appropriate place to film content, if you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, over the years, we have seen many instances of things like this. I don't know, though, because, I mean, we've seen, let's say, the woman who was going around licking ice cream in the stores and putting it back. Just a few months ago, we had this guy who was spraying roach spray on the produce at Walmart. But this one is just like beyond disgusting to me. So we're going to be taking a look here at a woman who apparently for years, not just one time, two times, whatever, right? Apparently over the course of several years now has been going into the grocery store and just pissing all over produce and groceries and things like that. Now, this is honestly one of those ones that makes you unfortunately second guess going to the grocery store. Obviously you have to, but it's just scary and disturbing to think, truthfully, that as sanitized or as clean you think that the grocery store is and like the produce and stuff that you get from it, there are really lunatics out there that are willing to go to these extents for internet clout. Now, the craziest...
Yes. And by the way, the reality of grocery stores is that they basically cannot, or at least in Germany it's like this. Grocery stores, if they are not running extremely well, and I mean extremely well, they will barely scrape by. Because the prices you can demand on groceries these days is, or the prices themselves, yes, you can demand a lot, but they're given, so the margin that you actually get money is pretty low. So I'm not surprised that this went for years and nobody seen it, because also at the end of the day nobody that works in a grocery store even gives a fuck about this. And yeah, surveillance cameras, no, most of the time, not real. Not happening. So yeah, there's that.
This part is, this isn't even a person that I think we would recognize, right? This isn't like some famous TikTok celebrity or something. So this is, from what I can gather just initially here, somebody who has been pissing all over the groceries at the store just for basically nothing in all reality. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to say, if you're brand new around here on the channel, make sure you hit subscribe and like down below. That way you don't miss any of my future uploads. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. A New Hampshire woman was arrested on Friday for allegedly contaminating items at a grocery store with her urine over the course of several years and posting videos of it online, police said. Kelly Tedford, 23, posted videos of herself to an unknown internet site showing her contaminating items at a Monadnock food co-op with her urine in Keene, police said. An anonymous report about the posts was made to the police.
Okay, I have to say then, if it's an unknown website, let's just say it like this, acolytes. I know how to move around stuff or sites. And the thing is, if she was on a unknown website, people probably paid a lot of good money to see stuff like this. And I mean a lot. So yeah. Not that she did this for basically nothing. No, TikTok, YouTube isn't the only way of making money this way.
Police on February 14th. Several other videos created by Tedford have been reviewed by investigators. Quote, at this time, it appears likely that similar historic incidents occurred in Keene and surrounding communities where Tedford contaminated items and or surfaces with urine, as several videos appear to be recorded as early as 2021, the Keene Police Department said in a news release on Friday. Alright, so already a couple of things here that just really don't add up for me here. Now, as you can see, they say that it appears that this woman has been doing this for years. So she's been going to the store and just like pissing on things. How do you even film that and get away with it? I really don't know. You're telling me that she's just like walking into the store, nobody's noticing that this bitch is pulling her pants down in aisle 6 and pissing all over the cucumbers and the grapes? I don't know, man. Something about this just doesn't seem right whatsoever. I would think like the first fucking time that you do something like that, you would be caught on the spot. I mean, not even just by like an employee wandering around. You're telling me nobody, like customers in the store, anything, saw this going on and decided to say anything? And not only that, but for literally years at this point. Apparently these videos are going back to 2021, so we're talking 4 years ago at the bare minimum here. Now, I gotta say, it's almost sadly impressive to get away with this for this long. Virtually everybody else that we've ever covered here on the channel for doing anything similar, spitting in food, licking ice cream, spraying roach spray on the produce, right? They pretty much all get caught like within a couple of days. Like the security feed on the cameras, something gets them, right? But apparently this woman had her Fallout sneak points all the way up and was incapable of being detected by anyone in the stores.
As I said at the start, it depends on the grocery store. The other guys did it in a way where it's really obvious, and probably did it in a grocery store that is actually well suited. Like they sell a lot of stuff, so probably this. But no, you can get away with a lot of bad stuff for years, and especially, I think the other guys that actually did it posted it on TikTok or something like that, where you actually have sometimes normal people browsing the website, so there's that.
So that, and then plus she was posting videos of it online. Now, I have to assume that people were seeing this shit happen online. I don't know if people just thought that she was faking this or what was going on here, but it's just insane that for years this went on before even one person anonymously reported any of this shit, right? So the grocery store removed the contaminated products on February 15th after being notified of the incident that occurred on February 10th. The grocery store issued a recall on Friday, urging customers to dispose of any impacted products that were purchased between February 10th and February 15th. The affected products include quinoa, cornmeal, polenta, coconut shreds, and walnuts. Quote, upon notification from law enforcement, we immediately reviewed store video, identified affected products, removed them from our shelves, and sanitized all surfaces. The grocery store said, quote, we also reached out to members who purchased at-risk products. No fresh produce, meat, seafood, prepared foods, or refrigerated products, Optimus, were affected. Now, I gotta assume, right, that these customers were not thrilled to get that phone call. This is one of those things, right, that you get this phone call, man, you probably don't even think this shit is real, right? You would think this is some sort of joke or something at first. Unfortunately, though, this is not a joke, at least for everybody except for the person doing this shit. Now, obviously, her posting this shit online is an attempt for her to go viral, to get attention, whatever, right? But I guess if that's the case, mission accomplished, bitch. NBC News and everybody nationally is reporting on this one, but clearly the clout and the attention from all of this was not worth it because she has now been arrested by the police for this one. Now, the scary thing is once again, she was doing this for years. Nobody ever caught on to it. Who knows how many stores this might have happened at? Who knows how many people may have purchased items that were contaminated by this woman? It really is just kind of a crapshoot at this point. You have no clue. We'll probably never know, in all reality, how far this all actually goes. It's a sad...
Yeah, and you know you can get sick eating this kind of stuff. It's not just disgusting, it's also... People could literally get sick, die out of it. It's just... It's... Yeah.
Bad reality, too. It's a very scary reality. Now, when it comes to getting attention online, these people very clearly are desperate because they aren't skilled, they aren't funny, they aren't talented, whatever, right? They can't go viral organically. They can't actually do anything people would want to see. They can't make any funny jokes. These people aren't good at anything. And so they resort to actions like this to shock people, to upset people, to get attention, whatever, right? But I think the problem here is that no matter what extent they take it to, no matter what they do, it seems like there is a very unfortunate common theme in all of these cases where eventually they get caught, right? The police get involved, they get arrested, and they don't really get charged, in my opinion, to the degree that they should. Now, they usually do get charged. I will admit that. They do at least get some sort of punishment from the system here, but in my personal opinion, and I'm sure many of you would agree with me on this one, these people should be getting charged much more severely. This isn't some fucking accident. They know exactly what they're doing. And what they're doing is putting other people's health at risk. You gotta think, this woman could have diseases, she could have STDs, she could have all kinds of shit, and she's over here spreading bodily fluids all over items that people will be consuming, eating, things like that. Now, I get it. There might be some freaky motherfuckers out there in the world who would be thrilled for this, but that's something you do in your own bedroom. You know, you don't go to the middle of the fucking Kroger aisle, you know, aisle 17, where I go to get my noodles, open up the box, and piss down in my spaghetti. That is not something that I want. That is not something I would appreciate. So if we could keep my items tamper-free, that would be great. But just as in this case, most of these people do not get the punishment they deserve, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Monadnock Food Co-op told NBC News on Tuesday, quote, "The person in the story was not nor has ever been an employee at Monadnock Food Co-op. Monadnock Food Co-op also sustained a $1,500 financial loss due to the destroyed merchandise and cleaning costs, according to police. Tedford has been charged with criminal mischief as a Class B felony. She has been released on personal recognizance bail and is scheduled for arraignment on April 7th. Deputy Lieutenant Joel Chedster with the Keene Police Department told NBC News on Wednesday that the investigation is ongoing. Police are aware of the site that Tedford was posting to, but will not release this information at this time. Tedford did not immediately respond for any comment. So police are probably doing the right thing and the wrong thing here, not telling people where this was posted, so people can't go and find, you know, the footage and try and copycat it or whatever. Probably for the best, but the fact that she is only facing one felony charge, to me, is just insane. Now, I get it, a felony is not a good thing to have on your record and whatnot, sure, but at the end of the day, once again, this is something that could have had so many negative consequences.
The thing is, you get away with it 100 times and one time you get caught. For some people, this sounds like a very good exchange. So yeah,
people could have been harmed. People honestly shouldn't even have to put up with this anyway. In my personal opinion, if you knowingly go around spreading like poison or, you know, bodily fluids, any of that kind of shit in a grocery store on items, and you do that shit, you post yourself doing that shit, you should be charged with some form of like biological terrorism or something like that, man, because at the end of the day, you're putting other people at risk and you're doing something fucking vile and disgusting. And in this instance, you're forcing this business to eat a $1,500 loss and a massive reputation hit, by the way, too, so that you can try to get attention on the fucking internet. At the end of the day, to me, these people are not being charged anywhere where they should be, you know? And I think that's a huge contributor to why we keep seeing stories like this once or twice a year, because these people are not facing adequate repercussions for what they're doing. And so as a result, they think, fuck it, I can get away with doing this or whatever. Now, these people are clearly mentally disturbed at the end of the day, but that doesn't excuse you doing anything like this right now. I think the reputation hit is a huge unsung part of this story. I mean, from the sound of it, this is a smaller business, right? Maybe even like a family-owned business. I really have no idea, but it definitely doesn't sound like some fucking, you know, Walmart or Kroger where they got 10,000 locations. They're doing real good. And a reputation hit like this for a small business, that could be the end of them, right? Because for me personally, I got to assume if this happened locally, I would never go back to this store. I don't know, man. It's just fucking sad the degree that losers will go to try and get attention online and to get people to pay attention to them, man. Once again, people with no talent, nothing to say, out here just fucking fucking with the general public just because they think they can, right? Well, in a perfect world, man, these people would be facing way more charges and they would face significant jail time. So anyway, though, I just, I thought this was an interesting story. It really falls in line with a lot of these that we've covered. Honestly, though, I think this might be the worst example, just given how many times it could have happened, the fact that it was literally fucking urine. She's been doing this shit for years, right? Nobody's been doing anything about it until now. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter.
Yeah, thank you, Optimus. Good video again. I am just baffled by the entire thing, to be honest. It's just, for F's sake, honestly, like this is the thing you're gonna do. Like, come on. Come on. This is just disgusting. And the most disgusting thing is just the fact that she could have harmed, infected, and just played with people's lives for no effing reason. It's just... okay, but as it is, acolytes, good night.